Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, April 27th, 2018, and as you can see, it is cloudy and rainy yet again. I don't even know where to start, man. Look at this. 54 degrees, and this is going to be the high for today. They said it's not going to get any warmer. Unbelievable. This is the first year ever it has gone this late in the season and I have not yet had to mow my lawn once. Not once. Which means I won't be mowing my lawn till sometime in May. We're getting plenty of rain, but the temperatures are just too cold and it's not growing. Absolutely crazy. In today's video, we're going to be talking about hacked eBay accounts, or eBay accounts that say they were hacked, negotiations after the sale, Amazon once again abusing its workers. We're going to talk a little bit about PayPal and some eBay glitches. So, and your comments, questions, and concerns from last week. Let's get right into it. Got a lot to talk about today. First, we'll talk about your comments, questions, and concerns. Create and Adorn wrote, "Hi Joe, I'm a new seller, just on a year now. I'm almost a top seller, should happen next month. In anticipation of this and eBay's new free returns policy, I went ahead and changed all my 200 listings to free returns and anything under £1 to free shipping also, in hopes that it would help my search rankings. Now I sell mostly clothes that are mostly light, but I also have shoes which are not. I can tell you that just after 30 days, my returns tripled, and my sales did not. I've had to eat over $150 in shipping charges just this 1 month, just to still have the item back that I now have to resell. Every single return was didn't like it or doesn't fit. Even though I have all the measurements in each listing, I think buyers aren't thinking twice about returning something when there are free returns if they don't absolutely love the item for whatever reason. I also heard you say once, the more questions they ask, the more likely it's going to be returned. 100% my experience. I took all my free shipping and free returns down this week. My sales have not gone down at all. It remains to be seen whether I'll get to stay a top seller, because I will not be offering free returns again. Watch you every week. Thank you for all your help, Vicky." Correct. Guys, always do what works for you, but right here, Crazy New York Driver is not offering free returns. It's not happening, period. Absolutely not. Ridiculous. Duncan VR wrote in about Fitchy buyers, and he stated, "Speaking of Fitchy buyers, I had one once order an expensive item. I sent it tracked and he left positive feedback. Even commented how happy he was with the item. A few months later at his bank, he disputed the PayPal transaction for my order. PayPal froze my funds for the order, but I immediately called PayPal and added tracking to the case as well and re-contacted the buyer. After around 12 days, PayPal finally gave me my funds back and ruled in my favor. But imagine if this happened to a seller who would not fight the case. It seems that even after your eBay return period has expired, they can keep trying to get their money back outside eBay and keep the item for nothing, either through their bank or through PayPal. I think it's important sellers fight for every return or refund request." And of course, yes, I agree. I always fight those Fitchy claims. I don't get many of them, but I've had them and I've fought them in the past. Also on a Fitchy buyer, D. Kelly wrote in, "I would decline the 45-day return. The guy made 2 mistakes. 1, by ordering the wrong part, and 2, not requesting the return on time. Like a kid touching a hot stove, he will burn his finger and learn, or he will end up sitting on it and really burn his ass. I had a guy try and start a return for a $15 center cap after 40 days, saying the car no longer runs, I need to return the wheel cap." He's referring to what I talked about last week. I had a guy that waited 45 days to try and return something to me, even though my return window is a very generous 30 days. And I asked your guys' opinion as to whether you would accept the return or not. And quite a few of you guys surprised me, really surprised me, by saying you would accept the return because you fear negative feedback. That kind of bummed me out, guys. You know? Never be afraid, man. Don't bow down to a bully. If you're right, you're right, okay? I'll get back to that in a second. On a return, Rick Moore wrote, Joe, regarding the return this item button, this is a poor design for sure. I did software and web development for over 20 years, and you always make the most common functionality at the top or make it prominent, like a bigger button, bold text, etc. eBay's design draws the buyer's eye right to the return button. A better design would be leave feedback, then view order details, then return this item. All with the same size button or text. Maybe have the return button text slightly different color so it's differentiated slightly. Karen at the beach wrote, regarding the 45-day return I just talked about earlier, for fear of negative feedback, I would reluctantly accept the 45-day return. Your on-screen fearless personality tells me that you will deny the return and fight any negative feedback that fitchy buyer might leave you. That comment basically sums it up. Guys, don't be afraid, because if you bend when you shouldn't, it gives buyers the idea that all sellers are going to bend. Right is right, and fair is fair. I take returns 30 days, no questions asked, not 45 days. And for the record, for those of you who want to know what my decision was for that particular return, I declined the return. Hey, fair is fair. My returns are 30 days, not 45, okay? Skinny Cow wrote in with this comment. 3X to Detroit Thermal Systems won't cut it. Try 7X at medium. And E-Curve replied to him, I thought the largest size was 4X. Tablecloth size, right? Rick Mayer wrote in, good show, Joe, as usual. As a follower of your videos, I say you have a remarkable talent and you always bring fun into your broadcasts. I have learned a lot about dealing with buyers from you that are scammers like Fitchy. eBay needs to provide us sellers with a Fitchy virus app. Wouldn't it be great if there was such a thing, but there isn't? But the one thing, Rick Mayer, that I will claim credit to, humbly if I may, but still, I was the person that was able to eradicate the Fitchy buyer off eBay for good. Done. Game, set, and match. Let us now begin with the main topics of today's video, because there's quite a few. First of all, I want to jump in with glitches. Just this morning, I tried to redeem my eBay shipping supplies coupon and got a glitch saying, we are unable to process your request, try again later. I also had trouble shipping items earlier in the week. When I would click on items that need to be shipped, it would say there were none, even though there were 3 or 4. So what I had to do is I had to navigate around the site. I would try and go to see all orders. Sometimes that would work, but not always. What would work was I would go to the top right of the screen where it has that brown number, usually like 1, 2, or 3, so you know you have outstanding orders, and I could ship by clicking on that brown number. All right, now let's talk about hacked eBay accounts. Last week I talked about somebody who had bought an item from me and went ahead and opened a PayPal case saying unauthorized use. To rehash what happened was in January of this year, a person bought something from me using a guest account with 0 feedback. I shipped the item out. Within 2 weeks, they opened an unauthorized transaction on PayPal. The very first thing I did was I contacted eBay and I told them that this account was suspicious. It should be immediately locked up because it's only a guest account. How can a guest account be an unauthorized transaction? Think about that. Anyway, let me show you some screenshots right now. We're going to do a quick cutaway and I'll be right back. Bang! Here is an email I received from PayPal on January 30th, 2018. The email states that an unauthorized transaction was made on the date of January 6, 2018, and that they were investigating it. Here is the buyer's information. As you can see, I've wiped out her last name for security reasons. The transaction amount was $91.50. And as you can see, they automatically updated the tracking information that I provided to eBay. Now, as I've told you guys many, many times in the past, when somebody claims unauthorized transaction or that their account was hacked, you must contact eBay at once. And that's exactly what I did in this case. You can clearly see eBay immediately stepped in, and this person is no longer registered on eBay. In my opinion, this person was a fraudster. You can see this is indeed the item that she purchased on January the 6th. It was $76.50 plus $15 shipping. Guys, this is very, very important. Over the last few weeks, quite a few of you have written in saying that people have bought your items and then contacted you telling you to cancel the sale, that they in fact did not make the purchase, their account was hacked, or it's an unauthorized use of the account, or whatever, and maybe it was. The important thing is, immediately drop everything you're doing, call eBay customer service so their account gets locked up. And no more of this scamming or craziness can continue. Let's get back to the video. So yeah, you saw exactly the PayPal case which I showed you, and the good news is you saw eBay immediately remove that suspicious buyer, that fishy buyer. They are not a registered user, they are narrowed. And that's important, and I mean this, guys. When you have someone that contacts you and says, I want to cancel the item, I did not make this purchase, my account was hacked, you owe it to yourself and to the customer to call eBay and have that account locked up. Because if they're telling you the truth, hey, that account should be locked up so no more fraud can be perpetrated through it, and they should have to call eBay and get it reset. And if they're making it up, well, that's another story altogether. Next item, negotiations after the sale. Something that probably has never happened to me in my 19 years on eBay until now. We're going to do another cutaway. I want you to take a look at what happened, and we'll come back and discuss it. Bang! Okay, guys, here's something that is very unusual that happened to me the other day. I call it negotiating after the purchase. I woke up one morning to find this particular sale that came down in the middle of the night. The person paid right away with PayPal, but left me this long rambling note that I would like to read to you. Buyer's note. Dear Hubcap Joe, if I buy quantity 2, can I buy them both for $50 total plus $3 shipping? Also, are these going to be for the 2001 Eldorado ETC? So I need the part number DM9592206 SAE ABS-PC CAV1 mold 191. And they have to have the Cadillac wreath emblem on the front. And these both will not have any chrome peeled off, will they? I wouldn't want that. If everything that I'm asking for is good, you can process the order. If not, answer back. Thanks, Ron. And I wiped out his last name. P.S. New, and I think this means new credit card coming, but I'm not sure. Now, keep in mind, he has already paid $60 plus the shipping comes to $73. And what he's saying is, if I buy quantity 2, can I have them both for $50 plus $3 shipping? $20 less than he already paid. And he ends the statement by saying, if everything that I'm asking for is good, you can process the order. Well, I take that as him saying, I'm only willing to spend $53. And he wants $20 back. That's the way I'm taking it. So my question to you guys is, what would you have done in this case? I'll get back to the regular video now, and I'll tell you what I did. Before we discuss what I just showed you, a drink from the Fox News Cup of Life, if I may. Yeah, nothing better on a cloudy, rainy day than a nice drink from the Fox News Cup of Life. But in that cutaway, I showed you very clearly a person bought something from me, did a buy it now, paid, and then wrote this litany of demands that he wanted after the sale. He only wanted to pay $50 and $3 shipping. I don't know where he came up with the $3 shipping. And at the very end of his codicil, he wrote, if all these conditions are acceptable, process the sale. Which looks to me like he wants me to process the sale and then I have to automatically refund him money? That's not the way it's done. Absolutely not. I called eBay and showed them what the guy had done. And they said to me, you absolutely have the right to cancel this sale. You do not have to abide by those wishes. He bought them at the full price. However, if you want to give him the money back, you can process the sale and give him the money back. Of course, I decided to cancel the sale. I'm not being held at gunpoint. No way. Those kind of bullying tactics don't work with me. Had he contacted me first and said, Joe, I'd like to buy these 2 caps. Could I have the 2 for $50 plus shipping? I almost definitely would have done it. But he played dirty pool, so that's not happening. So I canceled the sale. Now it gets crazy. The first thing he did, he contacts me not through eBay, but through my PayPal address and begins to complain. Why did you cancel the sale? I want those 2 caps. How come you're not sending them to me? Before I could even move on that, he contacts me through my business email. Again, circumventing eBay. Unbelievable. I wrote back to him through the eBay contact system. I said, listen, do not circumvent eBay contact system anymore. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, right here through the eBay contact system. You have already contacted me through my PayPal email and my business email. I want to get everything on record, all right? Because I don't like the way this is going. So he writes back to me through eBay contact system and says, I still want those 2 caps. Go ahead and send them to me. Now, I can't send them to him if I wanted to because I've canceled the sale. He's got his money back. Later that day, he writes to me again. How come you haven't sent me those caps yet? You still have my money. I wrote back and said, I do not have your money. I clearly told you I canceled the sale. I am not sending you these caps. He writes back to me in the middle of the night, during the wee hours, and writes, it shows that I do not have that money in my PayPal account. Please acknowledge that you have sent me these caps. Now I know I got myself a situation, okay? So what I did, first thing I did was I blocked the guy. Blocked him. Second thing I did was I went onto eBay and I researched for some other sellers that have these exact same caps. I found the guy who has a set of 4 of them for $124. So I wrote back to this guy. I said, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. You have a refund through PayPal. I don't have your money, and I am definitely not sending you these caps. However, to help you out, I have found another seller who has the same exact caps as me for $124. Here is the link. Please buy them from him. I haven't heard anything since then. Unbelievable. I have no problem dickering on prices. but I will not be held up to extortion after the fact. I would like your guys' opinion on that particular case. I think this is very interesting, and I suspect I haven't heard the last from this cat. I'm going to drop a link in the description box below to another case of Amazon abusing their employees. This little story was sent to me through my email, through one of my subscribers, and it seems a reporter in the UK went undercover and got a job at Amazon because he had heard they were abusing their employees. And he got a job and he saw firsthand what it's like to work for Amazon. In my opinion, Amazon is a scumbag company to work for. They treat their employees like garbage and they should be held accountable for it. Think twice about buying anything on Amazon after you read the article in my description box below. I can honestly tell you, firsthand, I know that eBay treats their employees very well. I've known this for the longest time from things I've seen in person. But just the other day, I was very humbled and thankful that eBay chose me as one of 3 New York City area sellers to come down to eBay headquarters in New York City and speak to a group of eBay employees. That is correct. I was very, very thankful and grateful to be given this opportunity. 3 of us were called down to headquarters, and there was about maybe 50, 60 eBay employees in the room, and the 3 of us were in front of the room, and they asked us questions, and we answered the employees' questions. And it gave us a good chance to give back our feelings as eBay sellers to what does and does not work. We didn't talk about every single aspect of selling on eBay. We didn't talk about, let's say, feedback, and we didn't talk about returns, but we talked about other things, promoted listings, promotions, markdown manager, and that, because that's the topics in this particular meeting that they wanted to hear about. But there will be future times when I meet with these good people, and whatever the topic of the week is, I will let you know about it. So that I consider very good news that they have reached out to Crazy New York Driver. eBay has announced they're going to keep PayPal till 2023. You heard right. 5 more years of PayPal being integrated with eBay. So I guess the rumor that PayPal's time is up was incorrect. Yes, you heard it here, folks. PayPal will remain an integral part of eBay till 2023. I hope some of you guys noticed that I'm getting wet on my left side here, just like a couple of weeks ago. This is pitiful, man. This weather really is disgusting. If any of you guys don't feel sorry for me, then you have no heart, because this is every week I'm out here in the clouds and rain. So yeah. All right, guys, I really got to wrap this up. I'm getting too wet, and I think I've given you guys enough material to discuss. So to rehash, please give me your comments on the following things. Number 1, the guy that tried to negotiate after the sale and have him get $20 returned to him. I don't do negotiations after the sale, but I'm more than happy to do them before the sale. Comments on that. Comments on Amazon abusing their workers after you read the article. Comments on eBay keeping PayPal another 5 years. Comments on anything I talked about today or any eBay topic you want are welcome. Remember, I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. I come out here each week and I make these videos to try and help you stay successful on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It shows I'm appreciated. If you didn't think I did a good job this week, tell me what you want me to hit up next week, and I'll be out here, and hopefully I'll attack your topic. However, if you're that one and only one fitchy person who disgusts me, who has numerous fake accounts, well, we know what he's going to do. So yeah, guys, remember, I am a seller friend not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind, and I'm making money online. Please go out there and make a ton of money this week on eBay. My sales were excellent this week. Excellent. However, I did have a dry spell from Saturday at 6 p.m. to Sunday at approximately 6 p.m. 24 hours with nothing. But once again, the rest of the days easily made up for that one day that I had nothing. Please, as always, before I leave, I've got to tell you something, and it's very, very important. Don't be fishy! Peace! Yeah!